What's going on YouTube? This is Anim here for another reaction video. And the film that we have today is a short film called Flower in the Subway, and it's by the Animation School. So here we go. Already, we have a lot of good detail here within this. A lot of good modeling. Really good detail in terms of the texturing and materials on the characters and on the objects. Well, really good. Okay, nice little bit of squash and stretch here with the character. Nice background artwork here. Still have to be mindful of the shifting of weight a little bit, maybe add a little bit more bounce within the head and the body. Nice camera shots in transition. Uh-oh. Let's hope they don't take off now. A little problem there. Yeah, a little problem with the animation. The running, the characters running. Looks better here. Okay. I'm not really sure what that's supposed to be on the back. Is this? I guess it's supposed to be tufts of hair. Yeah, it's not really convincing. It looks like it looks like almost like barnacles on a boat. So you have to be kind of careful whenever you do something like that. And one thing I see a little bit of a problem with the shifting of weight as they're on four legs. Okay, just a very quick film. Very quick. I like here in the credits. I like the designs and the artwork here in the credits. In fact, I like these designs even better than that of the 3D that was created. And sometimes that's one thing whenever you're dealing with animation, whenever you're dealing with 2D and 3D, a lot of times certain details are come across a lot better when you're drawing in 2D, drawing 2D imagery. And when you create that 2D imagery, you want to try and recreate that within your 3D setting, within your 3D characters and environment and all of that. So looking at this film, there are a number of things that could have been worked upon. Again, further, one of the biggest things I would say is the story. So whenever you're looking at any animated films or any films, period, the story is always what sells. It doesn't matter how it looks. It could be the best looking film that you've ever seen in your life, the best animated film that you've ever seen in your life. But if the story is bad, or if the story is lacking, that will always take precedent and always take away from the overall film. So that's one thing I kind of saw here. I didn't really see that, not a huge amount of setup, and I'm guessing that the coat was used as a plot device, to kind of get you into that character, and the character's being code is stuck in the door of the subway and being pulled away. But if you notice, there were a number of the other mice or rats that were in the scene that didn't have any kind of clothing on at all. So it kind of took away in the story. Like I said, there were some parts where the animation kind of looked a little bit off, and that happens. It definitely happens whenever you're working. Trust me. Uh, it's a lot easier for me to notice the problems than actually to fix them at times. With myself as an animator, but again, the coloring of this film was really, really good. The texture mapping and the materials, on the characters and on the objects in the film were very, very well put together. The designs, the modeling was really, really good. And like I said, the place where it needs to be fixed or worked better is within the story. Really kind of developing maybe a back and forth with the main character and the lady that he's interested in. Um, Maybe creating a third act or fourth act, so to speak. So just something to make it much more dynamic going into the ending. And like I said, some of the parts of the animation, especially when the mice or the rats are on all fours and walking, it almost seems like it's kind of gliding. There's not as much of a kind of rocking back and forth and shifting of weight from left to right as as was happening when they were standing upright and walking on two legs. So there's some things that I hope that they could work on. But again, overall, it's a nice short film. But again, like I said, development of story, really really doing something to bring the audience into the film so that you really care about the main character and uh, and his interest, his love interest or potential love interest, and also kind of really developing the scene. Again, the opening shot, from the opening credits, the showing the opening title and then showing the scene of the city or town, it was really really good. But there needed to be much more development going from that shot uh, to really develop the scene in which the characters are in, getting a much better feel of the the world, of those characters, of those mice and of those rats. And again, like I said, the parts, near their ears and on the back and on the front, that I'm guessing are supposed to be tufts of hair. Again, they look like separate objects that are kind of stuck on top of them. So again, when it comes to 3D animation, you have to kind of be careful with all of that because most of what you're creating is something is a 3D object in a 3D space, and you have to really work hard at making sure that it looks like what it is that you want it to look like. So that's one of the little problems I see there. But overall, good film. Nice short film to get to. And as always, I look forward to seeing more films from the animation school. So again, if you have any suggestions of any films I should look at, to react to, please post them in the comments. And as always, like, share, and subscribe. So again, as always, Anim Hero out.